Okay, it's been a while. I haven't been here. Started a new picture in the background because I do abstract. Nothing ever comes out to be anything until it's over with. I feel empty, but I feel full at the same time. I know I have something inside of me that we all have. I scratch my nose. Um, and it really bothers me. I feel like I'm doing absolutely nothing. Are there people out there? I mean, for those of you who started to watch me right from the beginning, this is my 8th year in April, and when this all began, I was pumped in pills. I started to see visions and understand life completely different. And some people watch me just because they want to understand roulette better, and some people watch me because they're not sure. And I think that all our lives, that life that we live right now, it's a cell life. And the reason I say cell life is because everything is packets and cells. It's a matrix system. That's how we live. That's our bodies are built. Everybody knows there's, and we can't understand that science. How does my body stick together? And when I die, I'm eaten by these little animals, but you're not. You are that animal. Those animals is what keeps you alive. And they will eat you up and go back to where they were, back into the earth. You're walking earth. You're electronic. Everything that's around you affects you. You hear a noise as somebody touches you, the temperature gets cold. It's all from the system that keeps the planet alive inside area space. Otherwise, whatever happens to this planet will go back, can I say, to the facsimile that it actually is. It'll either be wet or this or that, but it's a living system. And I do numbers. And the numbers is what tells us where everything comes from, because that's how we can understand it. If you're going to make a bread, you're going to take a little bit of this, but the little bit of this is going to have a number. It's going to be one part, but one part of what? It's going to be 3 ounces. The way we can manufacture to understand the reality of what's going on. If we're going to cook, we're going to put a dash of something, a little, a little bit more, and a little bit more than that. Small, medium, or large, but all of this has a number. And the number is pertinent to, if I'm cooking 3 ounces of meat, I might need 4 ounces of pepper. Is that possible to have 4 ounces of pepper with 3 ounces of meat? Doesn't seem right. 4 ounces of pepper would probably be more than 4 ounces of meat because pepper doesn't weigh as much. Is that a weight? Anyways, don't wait for me. What we're going to do right now is part of the low shoe number system, magic square. Everybody does it, but I like to do it in what I call there's tic-tac-toe and there's rotation. I'm first going to show you the rotation, okay? In tic-tac-toe, it's one thing. In rotation, it's something else. What I'm actually doing is, first it's like this, 483, and then my camera will do 483 this way, and then I will do 483 this way, and then I'll do 483 this way, and then 483 will come back to the beginning. So in the ABC row, in position row where 4 takes up position 1, where 8 takes up position 2, where 3 takes up position 3, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. See the way 9 and 1 are opposite of each other? Okay, now where do these numbers come up? This is not low shoe magic square. Okay, when I first started, I did. This is actually the basics of A, B, C, D, in which I just should have stopped at C. And let me explain to where it comes from. If I add up 1 through 36, I would get 1. The next area of 1 would be 10. The next area would be 19. The next area would be 28. In low shoe, they always talk about 19 and 28 coming together. 28 will be black. Remember, 28 black roulette, 19 red, total is 47. 5 times 7, 5 plus 7 equals to 35 and equals to 12. Everything, when I'm cooking um, the subject of numbers. Okay, now we're going to continue on with this, right? Um, this is top scale. What is bottom scale of 1? This is top scale. And the reason for that is because 1 through 36, when we get to the chalice part, okay, which is right over here. Now I can put ears on this and call it cat's ears, right? And I can put it on over here and I can add on my cap. Now we have the Star of David, right? I don't want to do that. What this is, 1 through 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I get to over here and over here, this is 16, 17 is right underneath this area over here, and then 18. And this will be 19, 20, and 21. This is in the cubed area, okay? What you call Star of David, or what you call the hexagon, in reality is not a hexagon at all. Okay, it's not a hexagon at all. If you take a look at it, it's actually a cube. It's actually a cube. Do you see the elongated cube? Like an hourglass cube. Do you see the height from here to here? Let me show it to you again smaller. Okay, and I'm going to take this like this, and then I'm just going to show you it here. See the cube that it's in? See the cube? See this cube over here? This is a cube, right? Um, so what it means is 1 to 10 it will be on the lower part, and 19 to 28 will be on the higher part. So when you flip over numbers, when you flip over, do I have it in here? When I flip this over, if I would take this off and flip this over, okay, this is actually what I was showing you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. DEF, Fed, BEH, Hebrew Federation. 2, 5, 8, 2 and 8, 4 and 6. Zion, Israel, 4 and 6, 28 cycle of the moon. And I'm not making this up, but this is exactly what it says. This is exactly what this says. You see this area over here? See the downward cube, right? This will also make another cube over here. Here's the same thing. It repeats. And it all repeats here. Take out this area in the center. Y over Y, right? Y, connecting the top and the bottom, the top and the bottom, the top and the bottom. You walk on the floor of the ceiling of those below you. And in between are all the wiring. And if the floor was heated, then the ceiling would be heated, then your feet would be hot, then it would be hot in the air. So anyways, so I want to take out this second area over here, and you see it's a complete mirror. I just flipped this upside down over here. This total here is 111. The Twin Towers were 110 floors, but when you go up to the roof, there's a cabin, and although it's a small floor, right, that you walk out of that door onto the roof, that would be the 111. Don't count it as the basement, okay? So I want to get back out and get back into these numbers, and I haven't done anything with these numbers yet. So really the reality of this is 4 becomes 5, 8 becomes 1, 3 becomes 5, because it's 1, 2, 3. So what I would be doing over here, okay, and I should be doing this on another piece of paper, and I will do this on another piece of paper. You notice the 7th gate, 7 hours at 60 minutes, 420. The release of the 7th gate, weed, 420. Before I even go on to do anything, they brought, and I jump all over the place because that's me. Some videos I'm on, some videos I'm off, some videos sometimes that make no sense to some people. But they gave you drugs during the war in the 60s. They didn't maybe think about it. I don't know what they gave you down in the 40s. Apparently, everybody has to be secretive about what's going on in war now and what drugs they're pumping you with, but they're always pumping you with a drug. ADHD, all kinds of drugs come out of the army, go to the pharmacy. They're not telling you they're giving you marijuana. They're not telling you they're giving you ecstasy. They're not telling you they're giving you cocaine. But in reality, you're getting a drug. You are getting a drug. So anyways, I don't want to get into that. I should do that in my next video. At the same time, I want to tell you, although there's a 24-hour day, there's also 60 minutes and 60 seconds, but these are the only numbers we see. Because the minute it hits 59, this one pops off, it'll become 00, 00, and 1 hour will pop up. It'll be 000059. When these two 59s disappear and it becomes 00, this becomes 1. In this area over here, there will never be any number higher than 5. In this area over here, there will never be a number higher than 5. In this area over here, there will never be a number higher than 2. And in this area over here, we will have everything up to 9. But at the second time around, it'll go 09, then it'll be 19, and then level number 3, you never go more than 3 in the total of 4. Because the minute you will hit the 4th one, it'll be 00, and now you will have 1 day coming on. So now we're going to get to the last part of this. And it's long. It's long. It's always long. When I get on here, it's long. What will happen to this screen over here? Should I do it over here and I'll lose it? Or I'm going to do it in a smaller version over here. Remember, the reality of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And when you go to 10, 11, 12, that 10 is black, this one is red in roulette. 10, 11, 12. 12 is red over here. And these two will be the only two reds that come in a row. 9 will be red, and then 12 will be red. And then when you do it down below on the flip side, right, 18 will be red, and 21 will be red. And when you do it again, 27 will be red, and 30 will be red. On this side over here, you will have 16 and 19 as being red, okay? But you will not have 25 and 28 as being red. This is how it works. These are all your duplicate reds. 12 and 21, 12, 21. Okay, so now we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 and 1 equals to 5. 8 and 2 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. We're always working with addition. We can work in multiplication. Okay, multiplication is this. Addition is this. The only way, now there's so many things to explain in here. The only way to get, you can get the multiplication here. Multiplication you can get right away. You cannot get the addition right away unless you do this. That's the only way to get the addition right away, because you must be able to follow and get it on a line. You must get it onto a line. Do you follow what I'm saying? The only way to do this is to create, and now you've created automatic star system because there's a star in the center. Do you follow what I'm saying? And every time you press a star, you look at your keyboard, you go ahead, I have a star. You go to the pharmacies or the ambulances, you see a star. So there's, everything is always coding and telling you something. Now the other way to get to this, okay, to the addition is, I'm just trying to see, is this way. And that would be the minimum, okay, is where you can split everything apart, and you must keep online. You must keep it online, right? The reality is here's a box, here's a box, and here's a box, right? Here's an area, here's an area, here's an area. Here's an area, here's an area, here's an area. And boom, boom, boom. We got all these areas and another tic-tac-toe. In this top area over here, you had 9. You had 9, you had 9, you have 9. The area in the center, you cannot have 9. You must have, right? You will either have 4 or you have 12. You have 9 in the corners, and you have 4 times 9. 4 times 9, 49. 7 times 7 equals to the word Christ. 77. Green. 49. Uranus. 94. You want to talk about the half-life? That would be 47. At the beginning, we went 5 times 7. 5 times 7, 5 plus 7. Minus is equal to 23. BC world, added equals to 47. 47, the word time is 47. The word Jesus is 47. The word cross is 74. Now, we would ask ourselves, what does this bring us to know this? Okay, we're going to continue on with this. There's just so many things to do in this number packed over here. If we were doing multiplication, it would be telling us one story. If we'll be doing addition, it'll tell us another story. Now, the way I understand 9 is that 9 fits over here in these areas here. 9, here's your 9, and it fits here. You can put an X through 9, and you can put an X through it. So X will always fit because it's always reaching to a corner. When you're in between the lines here, the only way to draw it is like that, corner to corner, corner to corner. And when you draw as so, which is I like to call the grinder, I also like to call it the swastika. Okay, I also like to call this the swastika. See the way we're like that, and then this over here, that's your swastika. You follow me? So how things are drawn in certain systems, that if you draw this system over here, you end up with the swastika, right? You end up with the swastika right over here, and that's your star system. So there's obligation. So depending on how many squares you're using and where you're using them. Now, what they call these, in some books, they give them certain names, calling them quadradrills. In other ones, you call them something else. And, you know, armies have drills and stuff, and you use a drill to bore a hole, etc., etc. So when we come to here, it's 1, 2, 3, and this would end up to be 6. 4 plus, is this 7 over here? Yep, 4 and 7 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 5 and 2 is 7. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 1 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 9 and 9 becomes 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, where did we get these numbers? Like I said, 1 and 10 and 19 and 28. Right? Now, these numbers have to change in rotation. As your grill spins and turns and goes forward, you change from 1 to the packages in 10 to the packages in 19. And in between areas is 99999. That's the way I like to look at it. You can look at it as 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's a package in the middle of an area space, taking up the above as it is below. So I use the whole numeric value, unless you're doing it like this. Just take up those packages on the top part, and that's the bottom part. This is your board. Let's say this is the pen turning. As it's turning, it's dragging along the bottom. The top is empty as you turn it. So do you understand that? You follow me? Now, if this was the multiplication inside of here, and I'm not going to draw out the whole thing. You can do it yourself. If I was multiplying, 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. And you can do it again. You can go 1 and, okay, you can go 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 7, 28. 2 and 8 is 1. 5 times 2 is 1. 6 times 6 is 36. It'll be 9. 3 and 6, 7 times 1 is 7. 8 times 5 is 40. It'll be 4. And this will be 9. 9, 11 comes in the center. 4, 7, 9, 7, 4, 9. Everything becomes perfect in multiplication. 12, 12, 27, 3, 3, 9. This is one system. Just give me a second here. And it's a long video. So what I did is I added in while I sat here, put it on pause. This is the multiplication area, 9, 11, right? Now it's 4, 1, 9. The A, E, and I is over here. There's no more addition. This was a multiplication. A, E, and I, 4, 1, 9. A, E, and I, 5, 7, 9. The corners are 5, 6, 8, and 9. 11, 17, 28 cycle. The corners are 13 and 16, 29 cycle. 9 and 8, 17, and 11, 28. 4, 9, 13, and 7 and 9, 16, 29, 29, 28, 57, cycle in the moon. 1 and 3 is 4, 9 and 9 is 18, 22 life. Now what I did is I multiplied this. I can add it to 12, 7 and 3, 10, I can add it to 12, 17, and 4, 21. 21, 12, 12. 9 and 21, 12, 12. 18, 19, 21, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would be 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 15, 1 and 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So it'll always be 3, 6, and 9. 7 and 1 is 8, and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 8 and 2 is 10. 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Always 3, 6, and 9. The minute that multiplier addition comes, here you have creation is the numeric value for 30. 9 lives of the cat, passage of the 7th gate. This is what it says because cat is 24. 42 is the words or letters. 5 and 9 equals to the 42 count. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8. And that is the split of the 7th gate and the odds in the game of craps, 7 to 6. 288 is our cycle, 4 times 72. 84 Pluto, 9 times 4, 36, creation of the 7th gate in the value that we had. I think it was somewhere down, where did we have that? I had it over here. 49, 94 Uranus, the 7th planet, as well as the reverse is the 3 and 7. In between is 5. Everything seems to pass through Jupiter. It never changes. When we create what passes through Jupiter in the first area, it becomes a 7. And then in the second area and the third area, which is over here, 5 times 2, 5 times 2, 2 never moves. It'll always be 1 and 7, and that is your gateway. 17, 9 and 8 is 17. 8 and 9 are special numbers. In the piano, it becomes A and B. So if it's A and B, it creates H and I. You know the way the hijab on the heads of the Muslims, right? Well, this is one of the reasons, right? Because it's the sky, because it's the God, and it's the heaven, and it's the gateway. That is what it tells us here. The minimum you can have is 1. The maximum on a cube is 7. 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. Remember the cube, and I'm always all over the place, right? Remember the cube. 1 opposite of 7. And that dot will be right in the center, so that 1 and 6 is always going to create the only 7. 5 and 2, 4 and 3. See the corners? And the corners always the same. 4 sides of 5, 2 sides of 7. 4 sides of 5. 4 sides reverse in the cube. 3 and 4 equals 5. 2 and 5 equals 5. 1 and 6 equals 2, 7. The total is 17. We have the reverse side. We have 34. We'd have 5 and 5 if it was reversed. And 7 and 7 equals to 14, equals to 10, equals to 10. The total is 34. X and X, Roman numeral, and the placement in the alphabet. We reverse it, we get 17 and 3, 34 revamped, and 20. 54 numeric value for the sun. I'm just coming out here, hopefully as many others have come out here, to show you another way that numbers can talk. And if we can make numbers talk and show there's a system, how was the system built? And if the system was built into this world that we are in, is there life after this life? And is this world being controlled in certain aspects other than just big business? Do you know what I'm saying? Other than just big business. Somehow business goes into government, government goes into business. All around the world, somebody's got a connection, maybe from an alternate planet, somewhere altered, somewhere maybe beneath. Somebody knows something that we don't know. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this.